Hey, I'm Claire, and my life's a mix of checkmates and chaos. Smash that like and subscribe button to keep up with my adventures. My mom had me and my older sister Joy while she was quite young. Whenever we went out with her, people often mistook her for our elder sister. She raised us as a single mom since my dad's left her for someone else. Mom has always been overprotective of us. Mom did everything to ensure we had everything we needed. She often worked 2 or 3 jobs just to afford rent. Joy, only 2 years older than me, was often left in charge of me because we couldn't afford a sitter. One day when I was 7, Mom left me with Joy, and while I was drawing, I accidentally spilled paint all over Joy's dress. I'm ruined. Now I have to go back to wearing my torn hand-me-downs from our cousins. She would often stare out of the window watching her friends play while she was stuck at home watching me. One day, Mom had promised Joy that she could go to a sleepover at her friend's house. However, I fell sick.
You can't leave your sister here alone.
She's unwell and I can't take her to work with me.
You'll have another chance to go.
Joy was beyond angry. So, I guess my life is all about raising you now. She tried to stay home and take care of me, but I guess she'd had enough that day. She yelled, "I can't do this anymore," and stormed out to go to her friend's house, leaving me alone. I tried to follow her down the stairs, but I tripped and fell. When Mom came home and saw me crying and hurt, she was furious. Mom grounded Joy, saying she couldn't go out with her friends for a very long time. Joy just got angrier every day. She stopped talking to me and would just glare at me like it was all my fault. I felt really bad and wished I hadn't gotten sick that day. When I was 14, Mom decided to take us along to help her with work. She was working as a cleaner for a rich family. Joy and I were always arguing, so to keep us occupied when we weren't assisting her, Mom bought us a chess set.
You two had better learn to play this.
Joy had no interest in chess. She was always preoccupied with makeup and talking about Dan, a boy she had a crush on at one of Mom's jobs. I had never met Dan, but from Joyce's descriptions he sounded handsome. One day while Mom was cleaning a client's house, sneaked into his office, had an amazing chess set. I set it up and started playing alone when he walked in. I'm so sorry, I just wanted to try it out.
I've been watching you play by yourself for the last hour. I'm impressed. Would you like to play against someone?
I've never played against anyone, but I can try. He sat down to play with me, feeling nervous. I imagined that I was alone, and to my surprise, I won in less than 5 minutes. We played over 10 games, and I won each time.
Whoa, I didn't see that coming. Maybe I've lost touch with the game.
After many tries, he finally admitted defeat. He showed me his trophies from various chess tournaments, revealing that he was once a world champion.
Maybe you need a younger challenger.
He then introduced me to his son Dan, who was incredibly handsome.
This is my boy Dan. I'm training him to be a champion too.
Don't expect me to go easy on you just because you're pretty.
Bring it on. Playing against Dan was a real challenge, but I was beating him. Everything was going well until I noticed him swap a piece on the board. Hey, you've cheated. I saw what you did.
Don't blame me for being quick.
Just then, Mom walked in and was furious.
What do you think you're doing playing with a boy?
Hey, I was just about to win, but Mom dragged me out of there and banned me from going to work with her again. Despite my attempts to explain my victory over the world champion, she wouldn't listen.
What have I always taught you?
It's Joy who's always daydreaming about Dan. I haven't done anything wrong. When we got home, Joy was cold towards me and even threw my chess pieces out the window. What is the matter with you? Why did you have to tell Mom I like Dan? I just panicked. I shouldn't have told her. She was just being hard on me. As I went outside to get my chess pieces, I saw a posh car parking outside our house. It was Dan's dad. He entered our house and handed Mom some papers and left. When Mom came in, I practically jumped on her. What was that about, Mom?
That nice man has decided to sponsor you for a chess tournament in Europe.
I was thrilled by the opportunity, but I knew Mom would be hesitant to let me go. Please, Mom, can I go? I promise I will be on my best behavior.
I can't have you away from me, and I can't leave my work or we'll be homeless.
I was about to protest furiously when Joy stepped in and offered to accompany me. I can take her, Mom. I'll watch over her. Everything will be all right. Please, Mom. Joy can take care of me like she always does.
I will think about it.
After researching the tournament and discovering the $100,000 prize, Mom agreed to let us go.
You can go, but you must follow everything Joy tells you.
We flew to Europe in Dan's dad's private jet with Dan joining us. Once airborne, Joy imposed a rule. I was forbidden from speaking to Dan. She made it clear she was on the trip to get closer to him. Remember what Mom said? You have to follow everything I say. I was fine with the rule. To me, Dan was a cheater who nearly robbed me of victory. Deal. It won't even bother me. I avoided Dan throughout the trip, but Joy was constantly around him, laughing at his jokes. When we landed, Dan approached me with stories about places he wanted to visit. Listen, I'm here for the tournament. I need to focus.
Ooh, scary. I was just trying to distract you from the competition.
When Joy saw us talking, she dragged me away. You're already breaking the rules. That's 1. Strike 2 more, and you're out. He approached me, and you're breaking Mom's rules too. We're not supposed to talk to boys. Mom's not here, and I'm older, so I make the rules. At the tournament, I quickly became a favorite, advancing to the semifinals.
So you're really good, huh?
like it. I don't even need to cheat. Soon after, my popularity soared. During an interview after qualifying for the semi-finals, Dan suddenly joined me and told the reporters he hadn't seen someone as good as me in years, and then he hugged me. Of course, Joy saw that and she was mad.
We're going home. I saw you hugging Dan. Bats against Mom's rules.
He hugged me. It wasn't my fault. Joy didn't listen and started calling Mom to tell her I couldn't leave before the semi-finals. In a moment of desperation, I tackled her and her phone fell into a drain. I'll follow your rule, but I won't let you ruin this moment for me.
You're just stealing my crush. We've always known I like Dan.
I was about to defend myself, but things escalated quickly. Our argument turned into a huge bite and we were both shouting and not listening to each other. In the heat of the moment, I pushed Joy away, but she lost her balance, tripped, and fell badly. I was horrified. Joy, are you okay? But Joy was in a lot of pain. We rushed her to the hospital and the doctor said she had broken her hip and needed rest for several weeks. I felt terrible. I'm so sorry, Joy. This is all my fault. Let's just leave now and make sure you get better.
Are you insane? Go win that $100,000. Don't worry about me. I was only pretending to call Mom because I was angry. I wasn't actually going to let you miss the semifinals.
I was taken aback by her words. After everything that had happened, she was still thinking about my chance in the tournament. Aren't you worried about me flirting with your crush?
Dan. Oh no, I don't like him. Not really.
What? So why were you stopping me from getting close to him?
I've always taken care of you. I never had friends or anything, something special going for me, and when I felt a little crush on a boy, he liked you. I wanted to stop it, but then I realized I really didn't even like that boy. I just didn't back off because I didn't like you having everything.
I understand, Joy. You've always been there for me and I've taken that for granted. You deserve to shine and have your dreams too. Let's promise to support each other from now on.
Now go win that prize. I need some rest.
Thank you, sis. And I left. The evening after Joy's accident, I was sitting outside the tournament hall before the match started, and I was startled when Dan quietly sat beside me, handing me some flowers.
These are for Joy. I thought you could take them with you to the hospital.
The flowers were Joy's favorite.
I've arranged for a video call set up in your room so you can talk to her before and after your matches. I thought it might help both of you.
Thank you so much, Dan. I don't mean to be rude, but I don't think we can start a relationship right now. Winning this prize is my top priority, and I really need to stay focused. I can't afford any distractions.
I just wanted to make things a little easier for you. You've got a lot on your plate. You have a tell when you're anxious. Your ears get red. Maybe cover them.
You've noticed that? That was kind of sweet. Nobody but Mom and him had ever noticed that. The next day I played well in the semifinals and won. I was excited and Dan rushed to congratulate me. He hugged me and then he kissed me. About the kiss, I'm not allowed.
I know Joy told me about your mom, but I really like you and want to be your boyfriend.
I was shocked. Dan wanted to be my boyfriend, but I had to be really sure this was okay with Joy. I needed her blessing first, but later when I went with Dan to the hospital, Joy's things were gone. We ran to the hotel and she wasn't there either. That's when Dan's dad found us.
Joy had to go home last night. Your mom fell and is in the hospital.
Oh my God, I'm going to the airport right now. I need to see Mom. Don grabbed my arm, gently stopping me.
Wait, Claire, we can video chat with her. You can't give up on your dream now. Your mom only hurt her leg while cleaning the kitchen shelves. She'll be okay. You have to win this for her.
But they both need me now. Joy isn't in great health herself.
I understand you're worried. My dad is already taking care of Joy's hospital bills, and he'll cover your mom's too.
No, this is too much.
Don't worry, you can pay us back when you win.
The last game of the chess tournament was really tough, but I played my best. Then I made a big move and I won. Everyone around me started cheering. I was so happy and excited. I saw Dan in the crowd. I ran up to him and gave him a big kiss. Cameras were there and they showed our kiss on television. When I got back home, Mom and Joy were waiting. Joy was smiling, but Mom looked serious. She was proud of me for winning, but she said,
You're still grounded for having a boyfriend.
I guess some things never change. The greatest value is not only victory on the chessboard, but also victory in the heart when we stay true to our beliefs, respect one another, and always cherish family bonds.
Hi, I'm Kiara, and I'm a hopeless romantic. But before I continue, please like and subscribe. I completely blame Mom for my problem. She's been a soap opera actor since her teens, and I think playing the heroine and all those love stories made her believe they were half real, even though she was often disappointed in reality. But a hopeless romantic doesn't give up easily. Despite some bad experiences, you continue to believe that one day, true love really will conquer all. So I grew up watching classic romantic movies and Disney fairy tales, and I believed in soulmates and love at first sight and happily ever afters. That's what the movies told us. It had to happen as long as we believed. Well, Mom was still looking, and I was on this journey with her, And when things went bad, I was waiting with ice cream and her favorite rom-com, When Harry Met Sally.
When you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody,
you want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible.
Oh, my heart. This gets me every time. God, where are these men hiding?
As Mom threw her bowl away angrily, my BFF Lauren walked in.
Did I come at a bad time?
Oh no, we're just watching rom-coms and crying. The usual, come on, join us. I was mostly a normal teenager, even a successful one. I'd inherited Mom's good looks, had plenty of friends, and I got good grades. My only problem was that I was always looking for love, and I fell for guys way too easily. Like there was Anthony in freshman year, who was the one until he stopped calling and pretended he didn't know me at school. Or Leo, who forgot to tell me that he was moving to California till he had already moved. And most recently, Mark, who suddenly told me he was becoming a priest and couldn't date girls anymore. I don't get it. These guys seem to like me and it's going great. And then I don't know what happens.
They go out with you because you're pretty and cool, and then you lose your mind and drive them away.
What am I doing wrong?
Oh, I don't know. How about when you told Anthony on the second date that you were in love with him or Leo, and you looked deep into his eyes and said you could see his soul? Or Mark, you sang a song for him at his sister's wedding. You weren't even invited.
I just wear my heart on my sleeve.
You come on too strong and you always pick the wrong guys. They look like you're a dumb idea of Prince Charming, and they're exciting, but they're not right for you.
Okay. But look at this guy I bumped into at the coffee shop today. He asked me out. Lauren immediately set a calendar alert for 6 weeks. What's that before?
When you guys break up.
This time it's different, but she was never wrong. 6 weeks, like clockwork. The end, and I would scream into my pillow and swear off stupid boys forever till the next one. Of course, Lauren always supported me, but after watching my summer romance crash and burn before senior year, she'd had enough.
I can't watch you go through this again. Listen, why don't you let me choose someone for you? I know you inside out, and I'll pick someone, right?
I'll try anything at this point.
Okay, but there are 3 rules. First, you have to go out with my pick.
Deal.
And you have to get to know him before you decide you're in love. Don't rush into it.
Agreed.
And you can't reject him until you've had at least 3 dates.
Done. We wrote it into a contract and signed it. Lauren was taking her research very seriously, and I couldn't wait. But that Friday, I came home from school to find moving trucks next door. I casually looked out my window, and that's when I saw him. He was carrying boxes, and it was a hot day, so he took his shirt off, and I nearly fell out. The boy was a freaking work of art, and his smile brighter than the sun. I wished I was the box he was carrying inside his house. Maybe on our wedding day. Snap out of it, idiot. I really tried, but I just couldn't stop thinking about him. So 2 days later, I went over to introduce myself. I rang the doorbell, but suddenly I lost my nerve. I turned around to run, and I tripped and I landed face flat in mud. Someone helped me up, and I turned to the son of Zeus himself.
Hey, you okay? That must have been a bad fall.
Oh, this. No, you've got it all wrong. See, we don't have mud at our place right now, so I just came over to do a mud facial. It's really good for your skin. You should try it. Not that you need it. No, sirree.
I've seen you around, and you don't need it either. You're really pretty and all. I'm Brett, by the way.
He held out his hand, and when we touched fireworks. I don't remember much from that moment, except that he said he was going to start at my school on Monday. I practically floated back home. I couldn't wait to tell Lauren, except the next day at school, she told me she'd finally picked someone for me. Lauren was explaining her decisions by the locker, but my eyes were busy scanning the hallways for Brett.
Are you hearing any of this?
Of course. Yeah, sure, thank you. But just then, Brett walked up to me, smiling.
Hey, I was hoping to run into you. Think you can show me around later?
I would love to. As he walked away, Lauren turned towards me angrily.
No!
What do you mean, no?
You have to go with the guy I picked. You signed a contract, remember?
I know, it's just that.
La 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 la! I can't hear you!
Okay, fine. Lauren had picked out this guy, Steven, and she forced me to talk to him. We've been going to school together for years. He was perfectly nice and even cute in a skinny key kind of way, but I didn't feel that spark. Still, I agreed to go out with Steven on Friday night because of that stupid contract. But I couldn't get Brett off my mind. Every day that week. We met after school in his kitchen, did our homework together, and just got to know each other. I found myself falling for him, hard. On Thursday, I learned he was falling too.
So wanna go out with me tomorrow night?
I can't. It's just this stupid thing I agreed to do for my friend. She picked someone for me, and I committed to this date this Friday.
What about Saturday then?
Saturday sounds perfect. The next night was my date with Steven, and it was interesting. I always thought he was shy, but once he got talking, it was hard to stop him. He was smart and made super lame jokes that he cracked up over himself, which made me laugh, but I decided to come clean. Look, this was great, but I kind of have my heart set on someone else right now. I'm sorry.
Oh, don't be. That's a relief, actually. I'm coming out of a relationship, and I'm not ready for anything serious. So who's the guy?
It's my new neighbor. It was like love at first sight. Like he's my soulmate, you know?
No, I don't, actually. I think that whole idea is stupid.
What? Why?
Because it's stupid. Like what? We're supposed to believe that Cinderella and her prince found true love after dancing for 2.5 minutes.
Hey, there are so many other examples.
Romeo and Juliet. Those morons didn't live long enough to discover there were probably better people out there for them.
How can you not believe in love?
You have to know someone with all their flaws and then decide if you still like them enough to want to be with them. I believe in love, just not your dumb fairy tale version of it. How old are you? 10?
Gosh, you're so rude. I flung a glass of water in his face before I stormed out. Who was this jerk to judge me? I had to break the contract. No way was I going on 2 more dates with this guy. Lauren wanted to know all about my date, but I decided to tell her the details later. I had my date with Brett the next night, and that was amazing. We grabbed a quick bite from this burger joint, and then went to a party with other seniors. I couldn't believe how quickly he had made friends with everyone. People just gravitated towards him, and I loved that. We danced all night, and standing next to him, I felt important. We kissed for the first time on my porch. I walked inside feeling excited and dizzy, and then I found Lauren sitting on my bed. Yeah, she knew. I'm so sorry. I was going to tell you. It's just this time it's really real. Lauren pulled out her phone and started flicking through it. He's incredible. He's confident and fun. And we went to this party. Lauren, can you please look at me? What are you doing?
6 weeks. Just setting my alert. Come on, don't be that way. Why did you go out with Steven in the first place? Why did you ask me to do any of this? You put so much more faith in random guys than you do in people who actually love you.
Steven turned out to be a jerk, okay? He and I have nothing in common, but with Brett, it's something I've never felt before. I have to give this a chance.
Okay, 6 weeks.
And you know what? Just turn that alert off. You jinx my relationships.
Oh, it's my fault now. I'm not turning it off.
Yes, you are. Give me that. We both ended up wrestling like crazy over the phone, but as I pulled at it, it suddenly went flying and smashed into the wall. I tried to apologize, but Lauren just stormed off. I'd never really had a falling out with her and it didn't feel good, but if she couldn't support me being with Brett, then I wasn't talking to her. Brett and I were inseparable, and every weekend we went to some new exciting place or party. I never felt so happy. Maybe I was finally done with all the dates and all the boys. But after a perfect month, things slowly started changing. Brett seemed a bit distant. He didn't want to go out on dates or parties so often now. When I asked him about it, he said he missed hanging out with his friends and wanted to spend more time with them. But I had this nagging feeling, and I'm not proud of this. But I followed him from his house to the other end of town, watched him walk into a house party, then watched him kiss another girl. I stormed up to him and grabbed him by his shirt. What do you think you're doing?
Kiara, you followed me?
You're cheating on me.
Look, can we please not do this here?
OMG, is this your crazy ex you were just telling me about? The one who has a whole journal for your future wedding? Girl, I saw the pictures and you're pathetic.
My what? You went through my things and took pictures.
I just found it under your pillow one day. What were you thinking? Planning our wedding. You even had pictures of what our kids would look like. Who does that?
What I do in private is none of your business, and I never said anything to you.
But it was about me, and it's just creepy, okay? And I guess it made me realize that you're way more into me than I am into you.
And you weren't even man enough to break up with me. You just started seeing someone else. You know who does that? A stupid jerk. I pushed him so hard that he fell on his new girlfriend, and I ran out of the party in angry tears. As I waited for an Uber outside, someone gently took my hand. It was Steven. Oh, perfect. You were here to see everything. Go ahead, gloat. Laugh at me.
I don't want to do that, Kiara. He's a jerk. This is not your fault.
No, but it is because I'm so in love with the idea of being in love that I ignore the signs. I've seen him flirting with other girls, and I know he's full of himself, but I just felt so lucky that he chose me. That is pathetic, isn't it?
What can I do to make you feel better? Can I take you home?
Could you take me to Lauren's? I found Lauren in her room, and I just burst into tears. She immediately put her arms around me like she'd done every time in the past.
You have to see how valuable you really are. You give too much of yourself to people who don't deserve it.
What I don't deserve is a friend like you.
But you're stuck with me anyway.
Lauren stuck with me in the weeks that followed, and she wouldn't let Brett come near me in school when he tried to apologize, but Brett was persistent. Finally, I agreed to meet him on my porch, and for the first time, he didn't seem so confident.
I made a terrible mistake, Kiara. I just got freaked out over nothing, and not being with you made me realize how I really feel about you. Please, give me another chance.
It would have been so easy to just fall into his arms. No, I'm too valuable to give you any more of my time. It's over. We're over. A couple of weeks later, I was sitting on the bleachers when Steven joined me.
I need to apologize for our date. I had no right to judge you.
Yeah, you didn't, but you weren't wrong. And for the record, I was enjoying our date till I got mad at you.
I was enjoying our date too, till you told me you liked someone else. I lied about my breakup just so I sounded like I wasn't interested either. But actually, I've kind of had a crush on you for years. I was really excited when Lauren set us up.
Oh, I had no idea. Yeah, Lauren thought we'd be perfect together. I was actually supposed to go on 3 dates with you.
3 dates, huh? So you owe me 2 more.
I guess I do. Lauren was just coming up as he walked away.
What was that about?
I'm completing the contract. She smiled and pulled out her phone. 6 weeks?
Not this time. Not anymore.
Hi, my name is Rose, and I'm from Germany. Please like and subscribe to Luna Avatar. I was born to parents who were rich, so rich that we had several maids, chefs, butlers, and drivers who worked around the clock for me and my crazy family. Dad was a genius on the stock trading platform, and Mom was Miss World in 1998. I loved my family, but they were so used to being spoiled that our entire lives revolved around money. Once when I was 7, I wanted to go camping. So Dad hired a set designer to create a camp set in our massive backyard. He also hired a weird mountain man to entertain us with stories and how to make a campfire.
Who wants to hear a bear story?
Yeah, I do. But my sister Lucy, who was 2 years older than me, had her head stuck in her phone. So our camping experience eventually got boring. And soon after, as I grew up, our family hardly spoke to each other. When I was at school, I was crowned the computer genius. Lucy was popular on social media, and we were both the hottest girls in school. Once when I was in 8th grade, 10 boys asked me and my sister out all at once. These boys were so lame and too desperate for our liking. Lucy and I had a checklist. The guys that we dated needed to be smart, rich, and hot. I wasn't worried so much about the rich part. I preferred intelligent guys, and in my school, all of them were rich but also total smurf brains. And then, one day when I was in the 11th grade, a new boy joined her school and took my title of computer genius. I was kind of jealous at first, but when he smiled at me, I melted, having a huge crush on him. Would you like to go out for ice cream sometime?
Will we be celebrating my new title in the school?
Don't rub it in. After that, Gregory and I became an item. He drove a Ferrari and seemed much richer than my family because he lived in a mansion much bigger than mine. Once, when I was in the 12th grade, I decided to visit him at his house unannounced. And when I got to his house, his parents acted very weirdly. I'm here for Greg.
Oh, he's upstairs.
Okay, can I see him? When they finally let me in, I went to Gregory's room and found him busy with something on his computer. Greg?
What? Who let you in?
I'm sorry. I thought I would surprise you. He looked really angry.
I hate surprises. Don't ever come here without calling first.
I was so mad at him when I left. I felt like just breaking up with him, but then he came over to my house with flowers.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have snapped at you. Please forgive me.
I don't know. You acted so strange. What was more important than me?
I was actually planning a surprise trip for the both of us to Thailand.
I immediately forgave him. He was so romantic, and he obviously loved me since he was spending so much on me. We went to Thailand just for the weekend, and my parents liked Gregory, so they also trusted him while we were there. Gregory was all romantic at first, but then he changed when I wanted to go shopping.
Shopping for clothes? Did you bring your credit card to pay for all those clothes?
What? But you said to take whatever you want and you'll pay.
Yeah, but I didn't expect you to buy the entire store.
Lucky for me, I did have my dad's credit card and managed to pay for my stuff. But the next day, I woke up to a shock. Gregory was gone. He left a note along with my plane ticket back home. He broke up with me on a note saying, "Nice knowing you goodbye." What a jerk. I felt like my world was falling apart. Why would he break up with me this way? When I tried to call his number, it went to voicemail. I had to gather my strength and head back home, and maybe then find out why he suddenly just left. Could it be because of all the clothes I bought? But when I got back home, my family was on edge. Everyone was pacing up and down, and as soon as I entered, Dad rushed up to me.
Rose, where's my credit card? Someone hacked all my trading accounts using my credit card, which is linked to every other account. So, Rose, you have to tell me where that credit card is.
I was totally freaking out and tore my whole bag apart looking for that card. And then I asked Dad to take me to Gregory's house, and when we got there, his mansion was empty. Oh my God, Dad, I think Gregory took all our money. Dad looked at me silently. At first, I thought he was going to blame me since Gregory was my boyfriend, but all he did was remain quiet. But Mom and Lucy went berserk.
We are broke because of your scheming, scamming boyfriend.
How was I supposed to know he was a fraudster? He drove a Ferrari and you liked him, Mom.
Yeah, I did, but he was still your boyfriend. You should have analyzed his intentions.
And then Lucy looked at her phone and screamed like someone died. What happened?
The Wi-Fi isn't working. How am I supposed to post my selfies from this morning?
Oh, I was supposed to pay for that today, but not anymore. Girls, I'll be in my office. I have no idea how I'm going to fix this.
I felt like everyone blamed me for this. And after 2 weeks, all our maids, chefs, butlers, drivers, gardeners, and pool cleaners quit because we couldn't pay them. Dad soon started investigating the matter, which was going to take some time, so we all had to adapt to some changes in our overly expensive lifestyle. We managed to keep the house, and since Dad paid our school fees for the entire year, Lucy and I didn't have to change schools, which was a relief.
Okay, so at school nobody knows we're poor, so let's just try and keep it that way.
Of course, why would I want anyone to know that we're poor? Maybe because it's
all your fault.
I am sick and tired of everyone in this family blaming me for everything. That's just so much pressure. I started crying and Lucy felt bad and apologized.
Okay, I'm sorry, but our life just sucks so much right now.
While we sat sulking about our poverty-stricken life, we heard Mom scream from the kitchen.
Somebody help.
Lucy and I ran down to the kitchen and found the stove on fire and Mom trying to put it out with a tablecloth, and it was reaching for the ceiling.
Ah, it won't stop quickly. Get some water.
While Lucy thought a glass of water would help, I brought the fire extinguisher and thank God was able to put out the fire. But now our entire kitchen was ruined and there was smoke all over the place. We gotta sit outside until the smoke is gone. Come on. We all sat outside on the stairs and Mom was in tears telling me how she was trying to cook but ended up ruining the kitchen.
I guess we'll have to order food. I hope they give us some discount.
Right then, Dad came in, all smiles.
Hello? Everybody?
Oh, did you get our money back?
Nope. I found a job. I'm going back to selling insurance, and once I make some good commission, I'll start trading again and get all the money that we lost.
Well, Daddy's plan didn't follow through the way he saw it. 3 months went by and we were still struggling, and the only thing Dad could afford was food. So I decided it was time to get a part-time job as a waitress.
But Rose, if you work as a waitress, everyone in school will know.
Yes, I know, but maybe if I work, I can help Dad pay for the Wi-Fi. Lucy immediately smiled, but she wouldn't dare try to get a job since she cared so much about what people would think. The restaurant I worked at was a classy place where all the rich and mighty dine. And one day, while I served a bunch of top-class businessmen, I overheard their discussion about new digital devices. I got excited and couldn't contain myself. I have plenty of ideas for new devices. Imagine having a portable hard drive is something almost like an iPod, but with more space. That way, users will be able to carry all of their important information on one small iPod. We could even make it have a video presentation for business meetings. After I was done babbling, they looked at me, stunned. Then the tall man with a big forehead was so rude.
You can just get our order, please.
I walked away, feeling embarrassed, and then the next worst thing happened when I waited at my next table. They were girls from my school who envied my sister and me all the time, and the worst of them all was Charlotte.
Wow, you work as a waiter? Ha 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 ha. This must be my lucky day. Wait, I have to take a picture of this.
Oh, Charlotte, get over yourself. I work here and earn my own money, unlike you, a spoiled brat forever.
Ugh, that's no way to talk to your customers. Where's the manager? I want to file a complaint.
He's out to lunch, so can I take your order? It was the most dreadful day of my life. But the next day when I went to school, everyone called me Waiter Girl. Since Charlotte posted my picture on Instagram, and during recess, while Lucy and I were minding our own business, Charlotte started being so annoying with her stupid minions.
We've noticed that you two bring lunches to school these days. Should we open up a charity fund dedicated to the richest in the school? Oh, let me rephrase. The poor, smelly girls of the school.
Shut up, Chatroulette. Lucy got up, angrily clenching her fist, and I calmed her down. Don't worry about her, Lucy. She's just a jealous girl who has no goals.
At least my goal is not to be a waiter. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, your goal is probably to be a brainless peanut all your life since you get big fat zeros on all of your tests. Charlotte eventually left us alone, but then after school, Dad picked us up in a rundown car, and Charlotte got the entire school to come and watch us get in it.
Oh my gosh, where did your dad buy this junk from?
At that point, I had had enough of Charlotte's farty face. Just leave me and my family alone. Our financial life is none of your business. Dad was shocked when we got home, and he told us that his contract at work was about to end. So he sold his Land Rover and got us a scrappy car. Life was getting even worse for us. I put on my waiter clothes and got out of the house to work an extra shift. While I was at the restaurant, I found my manager watching Luna Avatar. Wow, you like Luna Avatar?
Yeah. Is that a problem?
No problem. I was just surprised.
There was a guy who came looking for you. He left his number.
When I called the number, a part of me was hoping it was Greg calling to say he was sorry and he wanted to give us all our money back. But it wasn't. Hello, you were looking for me at the restaurant.
Yes, our investors liked your pitch that you suddenly decided to blurt out while you were serving our table. We have an offer for you if you could put all those ideas on paper.
Yes, I can. I left my extra shift. I went home and started putting ideas together for new devices. I didn't want to say anything to my family yet. I just wanted to get the offer first. The next day, I met with those business people again, and I was blown out of my mind when they told me I was going to get $100,000. I was on cloud 9. I immediately signed the contract, and they even asked me to stay in contact if I had any other ideas. I couldn't believe this was actually happening, and when I showed my family the check, we celebrated all night.
Rose, you just saved our lives.
Does this mean we can get our chef back? Because I'm getting really tired of eating baked beans every day.
Not just yet. Dad needs to first work his magic on the trading platform, and then maybe. I was so happy to see my family relaxed again. Lucy wanted us to go shopping the next day, since all of our heels were starting to lose their texture. 2 pairs, and that's it, right? We need to use all this money wisely.
Yes, I know. But what if I see a third pair that I like?
Lucy! Just before we could head off to the mall, Dad screamed from the living room.
Rose, you have to see this.
When I went to check what he was talking about, the news was on, and Gregory was handcuffed and sentenced to prison for the next 20 years for being one of the biggest fraudsters in the city. And the parents that he said were his parents were just actors. I felt so relieved. And Dad eventually got a call from the credit card company. With good news, all his money would be returned. Soon after that, I completed school, got my degree in computer science, and became the next richest person in our city. And then, one day I even had my own business meeting at that classy restaurant.
Can I take your order?
Charlotte, you work here now?
Yes. So can I take your order?
I didn't laugh or insult her because there's really nothing wrong with being a waitress. We all have to start somewhere if we want to make it. Hi, I'm Rain from Scotland, and this is my story. Please like and subscribe! When I was little, Mom used to tell me I was a grown-up trapped in a child's body. I was different from my twin sister Luna, a typical sand-eating Jell-O sticky kid. From the moment I started kindergarten, I'd help Mom with everything around the house. Laundry, cooking, taking out the trash.
My sweet Rain, you are what we call an old soul.
But I think I only helped Mom out because I was scared our lives would fall apart if I didn't. My dad lay around the house like a sloth all day, dreaming about becoming a famous actor.
I wasn't born to do petty jobs. I'm here to be a great actor, like Michael Jackson.
Dad, Michael Jackson was a singer.
Dad, when you become rich and famous, will you take me to Disneyland? And can I have my own castle?
My princess? I'll buy you a dozen castles.
Obviously, Luna was Dad's favorite daughter because she'd fall for all his lies. When Luna and I were in 6th grade, our parents got divorced. Dad went to the US to fulfill his acting dream. He took Luna with him while I stayed behind with Mom. Dad hardly kept in touch, and Mom and I missed Luna so much. Mom was also having trouble finding a good job. And then one day I had a brilliant idea. Mom, you make amazing cupcakes and cookies. What if you put up a stall at my school carnival next week? Mom loved the idea. And sure enough, her stall was a huge success. From that day on, Mom set up baking stands at the park, and a few years later, she started her own bakery. But she worked long hours, so I was mostly by myself in the house. When I wasn't doing household chores, I was reading or studying. I was the top of my class at school, but I didn't have many friends. On my 15th birthday, my life took a turn. Dad called us with wild news.
Luna is coming back to live with you guys. I'll send her flight details soon.
With that, he hung up without even wishing me happy birthday. But Mom was overjoyed, and so was I. It turned out Luna had been living the life of a billionaire. Dad had married a wealthy woman who lived in a palace. They were sending Luna to us on a private jet. When Luna arrived, all she could talk about was America.
I'm already missing the US so much. It's like the coolest country on the planet.
Apparently, Luna also had a filthy rich boyfriend. She was wearing tons of gold jewelry that he'd bought her.
His name is Nate, and he's a junior in high school. He's even flying in to see me soon.
If your life is so great in America, why'd you move here?
I needed some change. I thought the fresh country air would be good for my skin.
Fresh country air? We live in Glasgow, Scotland's largest city. When we reached home, Mom asked me to show Luna around. That's when she saw the trophies I'd won over the years.
OMG! I see you're still the same nerdy Rain.
If nerdy means having top grades, then yeah, I guess.
If I managed to get a C, I'd treat myself to a spa day. Studying really messes with my brain.
The next few days, all Luna did was sleep or watch dancing videos on her phone while I went to school and did all the chores. I even did her laundry, but apparently that wasn't enough for her.
Iron them for me, too. They're wrinkled.
They're wrinkled because you tossed your clothes on the floor. I was basically a 15-year-old mom raising a royal brat. When Mom enrolled Luna at my school, she instantly became popular as this cool, bubblegum chewing kid from America. Whenever I was with Luna, an army of students followed us everywhere. One time, some girls even followed us into the bathroom. She has to pee. Do you want to watch her do that too? Just then, Luna came out of the stall totally transformed. She'd knotted her shirt way up her waist, exposing her belly, and her knee-length skirt was now barely reaching her thighs.
Come on, girls! Who wants to take some pictures?
The girls queued up for a selfie with Luna. Then they gave her £1 each. What was that?
These girls wanted a photo of me when I told them that my style is the most popular style for girls in the US at the moment. And since Mom gives us peanuts for allowance, I thought this would be the cool way to make some money.
Mom does the best she can. Why do you have to complain about everything?
Why do you always have to play the perfect child? Don't you get bored?
Actually, I do. Some days I want to be just like you, lazing around the house, sleeping like a log, and acting like a jerk. This made Luna so angry that she spat out her bubblegum and was about to stick it in my hair. But I pushed her, and she went flying into one of the cubicles, landing straight into a toilet bowl. Now this is a throne perfect for a spoiled princess like you. Luna and I pretty much ignored each other after that. She spent all her time hanging out with her friends and going to parties every night. And as usual, I was all alone. But on the last day of school, I walked to Mom's bakery and found Luna sitting outside looking upset. Luna, what's wrong?
I'm a failure. A stupid, dumb failure. I flunked all my classes. I have to repeat the 9th grade.
What do you mean you have to repeat the 9th grade? How could you fail all your classes?
Don't you see I already feel horrible? Stop judging me for once.
I fell silent, and after a moment I reached down and helped her up. It's not the end of the world, Luna. Come on, let's go in and help Mom out a little. Luna and I helped Mom out all day. Luna was sweating and exhausted, but Mom was overjoyed with the work we did. She offered us both summer jobs.
You girls did so well today. And Luna, I think having a job will be good for you.
To my surprise, Luna agreed. It took her weeks to get used to working in the kitchen, but after a while, we started having lots of fun. From that day on, Luna and I spent every minute together. I was having more fun and not working as hard. Luna even invited me to her friends' parties. But a couple weeks later, Luna's boyfriend Nate flew in to visit for a few days. He arrived at our house in a limousine with a white horse trotting behind.
I got you your own horse, babe. We can ride him together.
Oh my god, he's perfect. This is so romantic.
Where are we going to keep a horse? We don't even have a stable. Luna ignored me and just walked into the house with Nate. I also found out Nate was obnoxious and bragged non-stop.
It's tough being the son of a billionaire. All the girls want is a piece of this. Someone's going to write my story one day because I'm just too special to be real.
And worst of all, Luna was totally obsessed with him. She would share a chair with him at breakfast and take selfies of them kissing every 5 seconds. I'd started thinking she wasn't all that bad, but she was back to acting as immature as ever and left me working all alone at the bakery. Then one day as I was heading out, I saw Nate standing in the doorway and smiling. Excuse me, I have a job to go to now.
I bet you look adorable in an apron. How about I go with you, beautiful?
Nate leaned in closer and I shoved him away. Get away from me, you creep.
Just one kiss. Luna doesn't have to know.
Luna doesn't have to know what, babe?
Luna put her arms around Nate, but I pulled her away. Your sleazy boyfriend just tried to kiss me behind your back.
Ha 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 ha, you're funny. Rain, but I know Nate and boring and nerdy isn't his type. Don't be jealous. You'll have a boyfriend soon too.
Yeah, don't be jealous, Rain.
Luna and Nate started to leave, but I grabbed Luna's arm. You're such an idiot. I've been at the bakery by myself for the past few days. You have to help out this afternoon.
Okay, sis, I'm just taking Nate to the spa and then I'll come back.
Yeah, drop your cheating boyfriend off at the spa. Luna ignored me, but did come to the bakery later. I left her alone so I could run to the library and study. But an hour later, I got a call.
Rain, come back quickly. The bakery's on fire.
I felt as if someone had pulled the ground from under my feet. I immediately called a fire brigade and rushed back. How did this happen?
I don't know. I was baking cupcakes, but the batter overflowed and first the oven caught fire. And then...
Luna, how stupid can you be?
It was an accident. I'm sorry.
Just then, Mom arrived on the scene too. The fire brigade managed to put out the fire, but by then, everything was lost. No one had dinner that night. Mom's eyes were puffy from crying. But neither Luna nor Nate said a word. It's okay, Mom. We'll build everything again.
But it will take months. How am I going to pay the bills? How am I going to send you girls to school?
I hugged Mom and stayed with her the whole night while Luna shut herself up in her room with Nate. Nate was leaving the next afternoon. Before his flight, Luna blindfolded him and led him to our back alley.
Ta-da! I bought you a car, babe!
Are you serious? How'd you get me a car?
My dad sends me a huge allowance. I spent all of mine on this car for you.
Are you kidding me? That money could have helped pay off damages to Mom's bakery that you burnt down.
I ordered the car a month ago and Rain, the bakery fire was an accident. I already feel horrible about it, but you keep making me feel worse.
I don't think you feel bad at all. You never even apologized to Mom while you were living your perfect fancy life with Dad. It was really hard for Mom to start her business from scratch, and I always had to be an adult, and you'll always be a spoiled brat who wrecks everything. I spent the next 13 hours studying like crazy, and when I wasn't studying, I tidied my room. I had to get my mind off Luna, and I had to stop worrying about Mom. Finally, at night, Mom came into my room.
Sweetie, take a break and relax.
How can I relax? We lost the family business in a fire because Luna's an irresponsible lunatic.
It's not that simple, Rain.
What do you mean?
Honey, Luna got diagnosed with bipolar disorder last month. I didn't tell you because I didn't want to worry you. People who are bipolar do crazy things sometimes. Then they get really tired and sometimes even sad. It's why Luna sleeps so much and has trouble doing schoolwork.
What? Why would you guys hide that from me?
It was her decision. And honey, trust me, Luna feels terrible about the bakery. Go easy on her, okay?
That night, I couldn't sleep. Why hadn't Luna told me about her condition? Was I a bad person for getting mad at her? The next day, Luna knocked on my door while I was studying.
Mom said she told you about my diagnosis. I'm sorry I kept it a secret from you. I was just so ashamed.
But why, Luna? I'm your sister.
Yeah, my perfect sister who never makes mistakes or fails at anything. I came back to you guys because Dad and his wife couldn't handle having me around. You don't know what it's like to be a disaster like me.
I ran over to hug Luna. I had no idea she'd been suffering, and I'd been so tough on her.
Oh, also about Nate. I'm taking back the car from him and giving the money to Mom. I'm so sorry I didn't believe you. I caught him texting with some other girl too.
He's a jerk!
Hey friends, I'm Daisy from Betty, and this is my crazy story. Please like and subscribe. I was born to a single mom who was thrilled to see that I was a beautiful baby. Everyone at the hospital wanted a glimpse of me because my mom was a superstar ballet.
OMG, look at her eyes, just like her mom's. Gosh, her eyes, nose, lips, everything screams perfection.
Of course, she is my daughter. She can be nothing less than perfection.
Growing up, Mom wanted me to follow her footsteps and become a world-class ballet dancer. And I wanted that too. Watching Mom on the TV mesmerized me. When I was just 3, Mom hired the best coach for me, even built a dance studio in our villa. When I was 6, I won my first gold medal, and Mom made my routine even tougher. I had to wake up early and practice every day no matter what. I so hated the routine, and I wanted to be like normal kids. Have fun, have friends, and yeah, go to school. So on my 7th birthday, I asked Mom to send me to school, but she totally freaked out.
School? Gosh, among common people, never.
What? Fine, then I'll never ballet. By making me practice all the freaking time, you've already sucked the fun from it.
Saying that I threw the worst tantrum ever and ended up kicking the cake off the table. Well, Mom was pretty pissed, but I was as stubborn as she was, and I stood my ground. When I didn't practice for weeks, she had no choice but to cave in. I was pretty excited for school, but it wasn't exactly what I expected it to be. All my life, I was used to wearing shiny clothes and makeup. But when I entered the school, I felt all eyes on me. The staring and whispering really made me nervous. And I didn't even see a girl coming my way with a glass of slushy in her hand. And we both ended up bumping into each other.
Oh my god, I can't breathe. This jacket costs more than $4,000. You'll have to send it to France for dry cleaning.
Huh? This trash. Gosh, you're a rich snob, aren't you? You should thank me that I dropped slushy all over that ugly jacket. It really looks better now.
And then all the kids standing around us started to laugh. I just ran to the bathroom and washed my face and took off the shiny jacket. I so wanted to be normal. And my first day started off on the wrong foot. As for studies, I learned I had a lot of catching up to do. So I started working my butt off to be at the same level other kids were.
Come on, Betty. It's time to practice.
No, I have to figure out this math problem first.
What? That's why I was so against you going to school.
Seeing Mom lose her marbles, I had to leave my homework and practice. But the next day, when the teacher saw my notebook, she was furious and said I wasn't taking studying seriously. I was made to stand in a corner, and I so wanted to just magically disappear. Kids avoided me, and I was even called the Ice Princess just because I felt nervous talking to people. And they'd already decided I was a snob. When someone thought I was being rude, I was just struggling inside to say the right thing. Things were pretty much the same till high school. I'm dancing ballet and also studying, and because of the many breaks I had to take to compete, my studies were suffering. One time, I came back from school feeling angry because I'd gotten a C on a math test, and the moment I entered my bedroom, a crazy-looking girl hugged me.
Oh my god, stop it! Who are you and why are you in my room? Someone help me and get this crazy girl away!
But the girl just gave me a goofy smile and started saying something in a language I didn't understand. Who was she? Right then, my coach came running and moved the girl away from me.
I'm so sorry. This is my niece Gabriella from Spain. My sister sent her to me. She wants to become a ballet artist and she's kind of your fan.
Just fan? No. I am your greatest fan, you. You are like my idiot.
She means idol. Her English is not the best.
I then got to know that Gabriella was staying at our place with her aunt. But the next day, when I was getting ready to go to school, I was shocked to see Gabriella with a backpack. Turns out the coach had gotten her in the same school as me, and she was even in my class. Bummer. Because I knew how ruthless kids could be towards new students. The entire way to school, I kept telling her how I had her back.
If anyone messes with you, you tell me, and I'll tell the principal. Don't let anyone bully you.
The girl instantly grabbed my hand and started kissing it.
Oh, Betty, you're so kind. I love how you synthesize with me.
Synthesize? You mean sympathize?
Yes, that.
At school, I kept Gabriella with me. I was protecting her like a mother goose. I wasn't gonna let anyone make fun of her. But during our health education class, something bizarre happened. The teacher was giving us a lesson on how to rescue someone who might be drowning and seeing a dummy in the water. Gabriella just lost it.
I save her. Nobody panic. I got her.
But Gabriella, it's just a dummy.
No, Betty, you can't call people that word.
She then jumped in the water and dragged the dummy and performed CPR on it.
Don't you dare die on me. Don't you dare.
The whole thing looked like a scene from a movie. In the end, when Gabriella realized it was actually a dummy, she started laughing. But right then the teacher clapped, saying that she had never seen any kid take CPR lessons so seriously, and she was proud of her. What? I literally can't even. I soon realized I didn't need to worry about Gabriella at all, even though the girl seemed to have an IQ lower than a plant. All the teachers and kids loved her. And I just kept wondering how even worse it seemed like every guy in school had a crush on Gabriella. All the boys would be talking about how cute and funny she was. Every day when Gabriella opened her locker, chocolates and love notes would fall out.
Sometimes I think the school is Hogwarts.
Hogwarts? Why?
Every day I wish for chocolates and I get chocolates. Totally magical. Here, have some.
I didn't get why everyone liked her so much. One time, Gabriella and I were sitting in the cafeteria and having lunch when a guy came and sat next to me, making me so nervous that I couldn't even look up. He was the school's most handsome guy.
So I was wondering if you would like to go out with me this weekend.
I don't think so. I have to practice for a tournament. How about next week?
Oh, Betty, don't get so ahead of yourself. I would never want to date the Ice Princess. Gabriella, what do you say?
OMG, I felt so embarrassed. And when I realized that everyone was looking at me like I was some animal straight out of a zoo, I ran to the bathroom and locked myself in. I felt humiliated. A while later, I heard Gabriella knock, and right when I opened the door, she looked worried.
Oh, Betty, that was so rude of that jerk. Don't worry. I gave him a slap.
But why? It wasn't his fault. It was me being stupid. Why would I think anyone would like me? Everyone thinks I'm a snotty witch. They call me the Ice Princess. But why does everyone like you? How can I be more like you?
Gabriella smiled. Just stop caring. I know I appear dumb sometimes. Okay, maybe a lot of times. But I don't care what anyone says or thinks. Just be the awesome you. Her words warmed my heart and I hugged her. After that day, Gabriella and I started going out together. She would be with me at school and watch me practice on the ice. In a few weeks, I'm going on the biggest ballet adventure yet, and I'm quite excited about it. One time when I went to practice, I saw Gabriella dancing ballet and I was completely independent of her activities. So much so that I told her that she should compete too, and she seemed to like the idea.
Being on the same ice rink as my idol.
I couldn't help but smile. Gabriella was kinda adorable. But when Mom found out about Gabriella also participating, she went ballistic, saying how stupid I was to encourage my competition to be in the tournament. But I ignored her. Gabriella wasn't competition, she was my friend. But on the day of the tournament, something bizarre happened. Gabriella wore an exact replica of my costume.
What's this? You copied my design.
I was working on this costume for a week. We look like twins now.
It seemed odd, and when Gabriella performed, I was shocked because she wasn't just good, she was fabulous. So when it was my turn, I had to improvise and make my routine look more thrilling. When the marks were announced for the first round, I was in the first spot and Gabriella was second. But still, the press was running towards her, calling her a breakout star.
That girl! She used you! She acted all innocent and adorable. And look, she's stealing your limelight! I'm telling you, that girl is up to something, and you'll only realize it when it's too late. She's a backstabber.
My heart sank, hearing Mom's words. Perhaps she was right, but I had the second round of the tournament to worry about. Now, I went to change into my costume, and when I took it out of my bag, I saw it was torn from the middle. I felt like I couldn't breathe. And just then, Gabriella came running towards me.
Who did this? I'll kill them, huh? Don't act so innocent. I know it was you. Just go away.
Betty, I swear.
Just leave me alone. Mom was right about you. You stabbed me in the back.
But
before she could say more, I lunged at her, and right then Mom walked into the locker room with some people.
See, this is your breakout star using unfair means to win. First she copied Betty's costume and then destroyed her new one. And now she's attacking my daughter.
Well, Gabriella was disqualified right then. Thank God Mom came in right in time and she had an extra costume. So I was able to perform. In the end, I was one of 3 contestants selected for the final round. At home, Gabriella came to talk to me, but I slammed the door shut on her face. I didn't want to talk to a backstabber. Later, I woke up in the middle of the night to get some water and heard some sounds coming from Mom's room. She was talking to my coach.
You're fired. Pack up your things and get out. I hired you to make my daughter the best, not bring in a competition for her. If I hadn't taken matters into my own hands by ruining that dress, my Betty would have lost the title. Take this money and get lost.
She then wrote a check and threw it in my coach's face. What the heck? It was because of Mom that Gabriella was out of the competition. I felt horrible at that moment. I knew what I had to do. The next day, when Mom and I reached the stadium for the final round, I had a surprise for her! After the first contestant performed, it was my turn.
Are you ready? Yes. But are you sure? Never been more sure in my life. Show them what you got, bestie.
Saying that, I hugged Gabriella and took her to the stage. Watching her enter the stage at my place, Mom totally lost it and was running towards the organizers. But I stopped her and told her how I knew the truth.
You stupid girl, and laugh. You have to play dirty to get to the top. So what if I played a little dirty for you? But you blew your big chance.
I don't care. I choose to play fair.
I then ran to watch Gabriella perform, and she was breathtaking. When she was done, the audience threw roses at her, and I could see tears of joy in her eyes. And I was so happy for her. It was no shock when Gabriella was announced the winner of the competition. As she received the trophy, she took the mic.
I'm Elizabeth and I can't trust anyone, but I have a good reason for that. Want to know more? Like and subscribe to my channel. My dad was the most special person in my life. He made my own milkshakes and taught me ballet when I was 6 years old. He always said that I must know how to take care of myself, and I think he can do no wrong. Except a day after my 11th birthday, I woke up to Mom crying. What's wrong?
Your dad left.
Like, left to get some milk?
No, he left us. Look at this note. He'd been stressed for weeks at his job, and I thought he'd be okay, but I guess he wasn't. I tried calling him too, but he left his cell phone at home.
What? Dad can't leave me just like that. He tells me everything. I'm sure there are some mistakes. He must be around the corner. And I darted outside the house and started running around the neighborhood screaming for Dad, but he really wasn't around. Finally, Mom caught up to me and took me home, and I was a crying mess for days. We tried looking for Dad for weeks, but it was like he'd vanished into thin air. I was heartbroken, and since then, I just couldn't trust anyone around me. What made it worse was that Mom started dating soon after, and she had the worst taste in men. This one time, Mom invited her boyfriend over, and he ended up stealing all her jewelry. Another time, she introduced me to this guy who was arrested a week later for robbing a bank. So yeah, my home life was a mess, but at least I had school. I was a good student who loved writing poetry, and by the time I was 16, I was writing poems for a small publication and also leading the school newspaper. Life was good until this new guy, Xander, joined my class. At first, he didn't bother me at all, and always had this permanent frown plastered on his face. He hardly spoke to anyone in class, and a few times he was rude to the teacher and got sent to detention. Then one day in the gym, I was sitting on the bleachers when this ball came flying out of nowhere and hit me in the head. Ow, watch it, morons, I could have died.
But you didn't. And you're in a gym class. We're supposed to play here, not sit in a corner and sulk over a notebook. Now give me that ball.
Apologize first.
Bite me.
With that, Xander snatched the ball from my hand. I was so mad, I charged after him to give him a piece of my mind. But instead, I tripped and fell right into Rod's arms. He was my senior and the captain of the football team. I'm sorry, I just lost my balance.
And I think I lost my heart. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Sure about that? You could have a concussion. You know, we've never had a chance to talk, but I think we'll have a pretty good conversation. How about we find that out over dinner?
I don't eat dinner.
Coffee?
Nope.
Water then?
I'm late for class, but thanks for the help. And I just quickly left before Rod saw my knees shaking. I knew most girls would kill for a date with him, but all men were jerks. He sends me cakes in class and notes in my locker. And one time, he even climbed up my window. I was trying to find a way to get rid of him when my mother walked into my room.
That boy looks fancy.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not interested. He will break my heart like Dad broke yours.
And you don't know that. Not all men are the same. Now get dressed and go.
I reluctantly agreed to go out with Rod, and it wasn't so bad. He was cute and fun, and he took me to this cool pizza place. So I was wondering, you could date anyone. Why me?
'Cause you're smart, and I've never dated smart girls before.
Did you just call me a nerd?
No, I called you a pretty nerd.
You're sweet. Unlike that rude Xander, he's such a brat. You'd know him. Actually, he's on the football team.
Xander has always had temper issues. If I were you, I'd stay away from him. Anyway, let's not spoil our date by talking about him and concentrate on more important things, like me.
We ended up talking some more before Rod dropped me home, and soon after we started dating. School was twice as fun with Rod around. We'd have lunch together, and Rod would take me to these amazing parties, and things were going well. But then one day, I walked into my class and saw Xander bullying a student. I barged in and pushed Xander off.
What's your problem, weirdo? Just mind your own business.
I will when you stop treating people like trash.
I was just asking some questions about chemistry.
I'm not blind or stupid. Just get away from this poor guy or...
Or what? You'll hit me, princess?
Xander inched closer and I could feel his breath on my face. I wanted to move, but I just felt numb. And seconds later, the teacher walked in and we all went back to our seats. I tried to ignore Xander after that, but I guess luck wasn't on my side. Because a week later, I was picking up a cake for Mom's birthday at the local cafe, when someone tapped on my shoulder.
May I take your order? May you? I don't remember the last time I turned around and didn't see your face.
I don't like looking at your face either.
It doesn't look like that. In fact, it looks like you're stalking me.
Excuse me. But before I could get another word out, my stomach made a loud rumbling noise. Xander's face softened and he smiled.
Looks like someone's starving.
I'm fine.
Just come with me. You can be angry while you eat.
I wanted to say no, but my stomach made another really loud sound. Xander took me to the back kitchen and quickly fixed me a sandwich. As I gulped it down, a cat crawled in and Xander filled a bowl of milk for it. I watched him play with the cat, and he looked so calm and peaceful and really cute.
If you keep staring like that, I'll get uncomfortable.
Thank you. You're good. I mean, the sandwich is good.
It's my specialty. My mom taught me, and you're staring again.
Sorry, I was just wondering. You're rude to teachers, you barely have friends, and you pretend like you're mean, but you're actually soft. You're nothing like I imagined.
You're nothing like I imagined either. Meredith, why are you with Rod?
What do you mean?
I mean, he's not what he looks like. I know it's not my place, but I don't think he's right for you.
You're right. It's not your place. And why should I listen to you? You're literally the biggest bully in school. Just because you fixed me a sandwich doesn't mean you get to comment on my personal life.
You're taking this the wrong way.
I guess I was taking it the wrong way, but now everything is clear. Thanks for the sandwich and bye-bye. And with that, I just picked up my cake at the counter and left. But I couldn't stop thinking about what Xander had said, that Rod wasn't what he looked like. I wanted to talk to Rod about it the next day in school, but he was absent. I tried calling him, but his phone was reachable, so I decided to go to his place. I was at the gate when suddenly I saw Rod screaming at some woman.
What do you mean you can't do the job anymore? Tell Xander that I still have the video proof, and I will send him to jail if he doesn't get me what I asked for.
But he's already done so much for you. Please, sir, we are poor and vulnerable, but you're rich and kind. Please understand.
Don't touch me, you filthy woman! And just tell your son that if he doesn't deliver the papers by tonight, I will show the video to my dad and have him arrested.
The poor woman fell to the ground while he just smirked and walked away. I quickly helped her up. But before I could ask anything, she started crying and ran away. What happened? Xander's mother knew Rod, and from what I heard, Rod had some videos he used to blackmail Xander. What is this video and what documents is Xander delivering? I wanted to get to the bottom of everything, so I waited all evening outside Xander's coffee shop where he worked and followed him. To my surprise, he parked his bike outside Rod's house. Xander opened the door and jumped in, and saw Xander throw a large envelope in Rod's face.
These are all the exam papers you wanted. We're done, and one more thing. If you ever touch my mom again, I swear I will bury you alive.
Don't be so mad, pretty boy. Also, we're far from done. You still have to write me that essay for my college application. Make sure it's perfect, or you know what I can do, don't you?
I've already done everything I can, Rod. Just quit torturing me.
It's nothing to what you'll go through in jail. All I need to do is make one phone call and tell the police how you stole from my dad.
Rod smirked at Xander in the most evil way, moving closer and spitting in his face. Xander lost it, and Hot Rod, and the two of them got into a huge fight. I wanted to do something, but before I could, the basement door I was leaning on broke, and I dropped to the floor. Thankfully, it wasn't too high, or I would have ended up breaking my bones. Both Xander and Rod looked at me in shock as I got up.
Elizabeth, oh my God, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Step away from her. She's my girlfriend.
You bet I will.
Rod tried hitting Xander again, but this time I got in the way and pushed him away. Don't hurt him.
Why are you so worried about this worm? You like him, don't you? I dated you even though you're way beneath me. You should be thanking me, but instead you're choosing him.
I'm not choosing anyone, but I do know now that I don't want to be with a psychopath like you. Rod turned to me with crazy eyes, and I thought he was about to hit me when suddenly his dad barged in.
What is this mess? Xander, what are you doing here?
Dad, Xander is a robber. Do you remember losing money? It was Xander who took it. See? I have proof. Everything was recorded on camera.
Rod's dad looked at Xander in shock as Rod showed him the whole video, and then Xander explained the whole story. Apparently, his mom worked with Rod's family as a housekeeper, and he and his little sister grew up with Rod's family.
Last year, my sister was expecting cancer. We really need a lot of money for treatment, but Mom doesn't have it. So today, when the whole family was away, I suddenly broke in and robbed my friend of his money. But Rod found out, and since then he's had huge I put money on his college applications. He told me that you will disqualify him if he does not get into a good university. Sir, I didn't want to go to jail, so I answered as he said, but Rod's demands never stopped.
Xander broke down in tears, and I felt so bad for him. Thankfully, Rod's dad understood and forgave Xander and said he wouldn't press charges. Rod lost his mind and started throwing things like a maniac, but his father called him insecure, so they pulled Rod away. Xander helped me out and called a car for me. We waited when he finally spoke.
Elizabeth, I've never said this before because you were with Rod, but I really like you. I always have.
You're a good guy, Xander, but I can't be with someone I can't trust. You should have just told Rod Dad the truth.
I know I was a coward, but I felt I didn't have a choice.
You always have a choice. You had the choice of being honest.
Elizabeth, I
want to go. Saying that, I slid into the cab and left, leaving Xander alone. I didn't hear from Rod again, but Xander tried calling me 1,000,000 times, and I ignored him. I didn't even want to go to school and felt totally lost. I guess Mom saw that because one night she walked into my room and asked me what happened.
I loved your father, and I know you did too. He suffered some hard knocks and didn't deal well with it. And it hurt us. But that doesn't mean everyone else will be the same. Well, Rod turned out to be crazy.
And what if Xander is dishonest again?
Look, he shouldn't have stolen from Rod's dad, but he did it for his family, not out of some greed. And that says something about him. Go talk to him.
I hugged Mom and rushed to the cafe Xander worked at, but he wasn't around. Luckily, the manager recognized me from before and handed me Xander's address. I went to his place and knocked, and seconds later, a cute little girl answered the door. Hey, is Xander around?
Nope, but you can wait. Your narrative, right? How did you know? Xander told me you were the prettiest girl he'd ever seen, and you are pretty.
I didn't say that. I said she's pretty, but she's the smartest girl I know.
I turned around and saw Xander behind me. He signaled his sister to leave, and then it was just him and I.
So what brings you here? I thought you didn't want to see me.
Xander. All my life I've hated my dad for breaking my trust. It's really difficult for me to open up to people. And dating someone like Rod, who turned out to be a complete psycho, messed up my mind. And I just needed some time to figure out my feelings.
And have you figured them out?
Well, kind of. But I need you to promise that you won't lie about anything to me.
I promise. Now, can I ask you out on a date?
Depends on how well you kiss.
Let's find out.